I'm going to go over some basic shortcuts um, for navigation. And right now I have my screen split. I have two boards open. Just I have one just so that I have the shortcuts that are on here. And then I have another one where I can navigate around. In this blank one that I have, I'm just going to put something on the screen so I can look at it. So for example, just draw just a simple rectangle and just give it some color just have something to look at. So the first navigation or way to navigate is by using the hand tool, which is right over here. So one way to do this is to click on the icon and move over to your board, and just with the mouse just begin to navigate around. I'm going to click back on this the selection tool. The shortcut for the hand tool is right over here. The hand tool, whether you're on a PC or a Mac, just use the spacebar. So if you just hold down the spacebar and with your mouse button, you can move around. I'm not going to show how to do this with the touchpad. There's multiple ways of doing this with the touchpad. I'm just doing this with a mouse. Another way for basic navigation is zooming in and out. So again, just using the magnifying glass. Just hover over your artboard, and the plus, you should automatically see the plus sign. And I'm just doing a single click with my left mouse button, and I can zoom in. If I hold down the command key, or if you're on a PC, hold down the control key. Sorry, the option. Sorry, option or control. I can zoom out. And if I let go, I can zoom in. Again, option, I can zoom out. But I try not to use these icons down here, just because it takes too long to actually come over here and click. So I try to use a bunch of shortcut ways of navigating. So obviously the hand tool is really helpful by holding down the space bar. I've seen people navigate by moving these on these scroll bars on the left, on the right, and at the bottom. You just can't really get that much precision from that, so I highly recommend just using the shortcut of the spacebar. For zooming in and out, there are multiple ways of zooming in and out, along with the trackpad. But I'm just going to show you a couple different ways of zooming in and out by using the mouse. The first one is to zoom in. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to be using the spacebar and the command key. And I'm going to do a single left click with my mouse. And it does the exact same thing that we just did earlier. And now to zoom out, again, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to hold down the spacebar, the command, and the option key. So it's just 3 buttons. And you notice that the only difference between these two, between zooming out and zooming in, on both of them, you both have to hold down the spacebar. On both of them, you both have to hold down the command key. The only difference is the option key. Again, if you're on a PC, on both of them, you have to hold down the spacebar. On both of them, you have to hold down the control key. And the only difference is you have to hold down the alt key on a PC. So that's one way to zoom in and out. Another way to zoom in and out, again, I'm going to use this with the Mac. I'm going to hold down the spacebar, the command key, and instead of doing a single click with my left mouse, I'm going to hold down the left mouse. And you'll see that it continues to zoom in. And if I want to zoom out, again, similar to the previous one, I'm going to hold down the spacebar, the command, and the option, and hold down the left mouse button. And it continues to zoom out. So that's another way of zooming in and out. Another way of zooming in and out, again, similar to the previous ones, holding down the spacebar and the control button. This time, I'm sorry, if you're on a PC, if you're on a Mac, hold down the spacebar and the command. This time, I'm going to hold down the left mouse button, but immediately after pressing the left mouse button, I'm going to move my mouse to the left and to the right. So again, I'm holding the space bar and the command key, and as soon as I click on the left mouse button, I start moving it to the left or to the right, and it starts to zoom in and out. Another option is holding down the Option key or the Alt key if you're on a PC, and using your scroll wheel on your mouse. So again, I'm just holding down the Option key, and with my scroll wheel on my mouse, just moving it, and I'm zooming in and out. And the last one, if you want to just use your keyboard to zoom in and out, again, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to hold down the Command key and just press the plus minus. Make sure I'm over here. Press the plus minus on my keyboard, and that's another way of zooming in and out. I use multiple different forms of these, especially the hand tool with the spacebar. It's extremely useful and convenient as opposed to having to click on these icons. But I would get comfortable using some form of the hand tool and some form of these zooming in and out.